All right. Hello, hello. It is I. Hopefully everything's working. If it's not, then oh well. As long as my audio is fine, then we should be good. Okay. So, welcome to another art stream. We missed the last one, so we're gonna make up for it by doing things today. And by things, I mean anything. Because the last art stream that we did, before the one that I skipped, we really didn't do anything. So, this time around, I've been... Fucking YouTube. Oh, come on. Now that is a kick in the ass. Let's see. There's a couple of things that are missing here. First of all, let's get the visual up on screen. There we go. Perfect. There's that. Now it's just a matter of trying to figure out how the hell to get YouTube to do music good. I don't want to have to buy premium. But YouTube's gonna give me a hard time here. All right, let me just introduce what's gonna happen today. I've had an idea cooking for the past while, for a Pride emote, and I'd say that it's probably one of the better months to do that, all things considered. We could in fact say that I wasn't procrastinating. I was instead waiting for the right moment. But yeah, no, we're gonna be working on that, for now. Now, if the music is gonna shut off, perhaps I should look into fixing that sooner rather than later. So here, I'm gonna see. That's still got that. Let me see how much YouTube Premium costs. I might have to go get it. Let's see. Purchases. Okay. I don't want this shit to be entirely technical difficulties, but it appears that that's what it's gonna be. Apparently the default country is Algeria. There. No, I'm in Canada. Not gonna dox myself. Let's see. If push comes to shove, I think we might just have to not have music because yeah, YouTube sucks. Not sure how else I would use I'm not sure how else I'd put music on the screen. Hey, there we go. Look at this shit. Video player will be blocked after one video. Fine. I'll go turn off my ad blocker. Man, look at that. Go. Turn those off for now. Right. Ugh. Oh, come on. I gotta... God, why does this have to be so annoying? It's so annoying. Alright, hold on. Allow me to not show you any of my credit card information. Yep. Okay. Alright. Now if I go here, I reload it. Should be YouTube Premium now. Hopefully. I could really only hope that it'll work now. I just spent 12 bucks for some music in the background. Yippee. Alright. So, let's start. The general idea, or the basic idea, was always just the Hoog, his hands up, kind of like that, so open wide. Get this bird. Be like this, like that. I'm like so, and then you have, you know, body, and so on. That'll get cut off. Have the arms that go up. Then you have your head. You have the flag right up here. That's the most basic sketch I can really do. To identify the point that I am trying to make. So yeah, let's just start right on it. No point in waiting. Unless I want to procrastinate more. First things first, I should probably grab some references. Let me just... that. Got that. Got that. This is the best reference I have for his forward-facing head. So we'll make use of this. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Okay. And we can put these onto the side just to give us a basic idea of how he should look from various angles and so on. I'll merge those. The layer below. Refer and so there we go. Alright. So, first things first. I'm gonna have to sketch out the basic body. Put this over here. There we go. Gonna have to sketch out the basic body. And that, I don't really know exists anywhere. Actually, no, it does, sort of. I do, in fact, have a reference sheet for that as well. But it's not right here. Not right here. Alright. That works. I have it on my second monitor. I can't just fill up the entire screen with reference images. I feel like that would be a pretty bad way to draw. But, alright, let's just start out. That, do this, we'll call this lion art. Alright. So, start off by that. Then we head bit chubby head. Goes out a lot, and then it goes up a lot. So. Alright. Down. And that's the vague shape of his head. Perhaps a little too chubby. Not that chubby. Get some like this, maybe? The Hollow Knight's music is so good. I really like... who made it? I don't remember the name of the composer, but that is definitely one of the aspects of Silksong that I am really waiting for. Is like all the new music we'll be able to listen to from the soundtrack. Because if Place's theme from the demo is anything to go off of, I have a feeling it will be really good. Most of it, at least. A good chance we'll get... a good chance we'll get more of the fucking Hollow Nest ambience. That's not the kind of thing I'd necessarily be listening to on a daily basis. Alright. Now, I could... Here's a bit of a dilemma. Do I want the kind of looking up? Or do I want him to just look straight forward? Because what I could easily do is have him looking up to the sky almost. I think that might be better because it'll draw attention to the flags that will be on screen. That over time, the placement of his eye and how big his eye is kinda changed a lot. And from start to finish, or like initially I wanted his eye to basically just be this giant thing on a little, you know, on a little face. But I think it's definitely moving towards that with the big eye on the side of a small head. All of that to say, I'm pretty sure these are way too small. So it'd be something like that. For that. Let's see. I could probably do that after I'm finished this part. Okay. Perhaps he's got a little too much of a noggin going on there. Yeah, that looks better. That looks closer to what I'm looking for here. He does look a little alien with the eyes right now, so I'm gonna get rid of those, try to just get a face shape. Get rid of that, because I don't need that back there anymore. He kind of looks like a gumdrop. You know, he's got a bit of a gumdrop-shaped head from the front-on view. So his nose needs to be smaller. We need to cut down the width of this by a fair amount. It goes up, and then it goes around. And if that was it, then we would have the nose there, mouth about there. And like this kind of thing. Now his nose looks a little too small. You never please an artist, I suppose. And if we have it kind of up like this, then that implies that he's kind of pointing his head entirely up to look at it. Now that would change the shape of his head. So I need to actually consider that in the drawing. I believe his head would look a little closer to something like that. Okay, let's take this a little more tactfully. It would come out from here. That nose like so. The nose should just kind of jut out. And then... how else does his face work? I think... drop that down a bit more. And just kind of... something like this, maybe? Oh, this is kind of weird. And then if I do... like that... it looks a bit abnormal, gotta say. But I think by shrinking and enlarging aspects of this face, I might be rather close to getting it right. Let's see. It's such a weird angle. I don't know why I shouldn't have given myself the extra effort of having to deal with his face being weird, but I did. Because of course I had to. Alright, now I can tell already that this needs to go like, I don't know. The way it's facing and the width of the head are not working together very well. So what I'll do is I'll actually just grab that, get rid of it, grab this, and down a bit. Because his head is supposed to be like a little bit thin. Not too thin, but kind of thin. And then we can go back with this and hopefully... oh, don't lock on to stuff. I don't like that. Alright. We've got that. Nope. Nope. A button? There we go. Yeah. If I can do this. And that doesn't do anything. Pretty telling that this is always the longest part of any of my drawings. Trying to figure out exactly where certain aspects of the face go. Alright. Yeah, no, there's something wrong with this. I'm gonna have to just fix it manually. Fix it properly. Okay. So if his face is pointed up like this... ugh. Okay. Time to restart. This time, not fudge it. Perhaps. Now, the bottom of his head kind of still looks like this, whether or not up or down. Perhaps round it, not round, flatten out the bottom jaw a bit. Right. And then want him looking up, and he's got a long-ass head. So we want his nose to be kind of up here almost. Now, that does depend on how high up we want him looking. We could just do that, and he's basically looking straight up in that image, in that way. Additionally, let's see. We round it out a little more. That might be better. Something like this. And then, let's see. The front of his face is actually fairly flat. And by that I mean the front of his snout, I guess? I don't really know what to call it. So that is fairly flat. Then again, it's going to be completely covered up by a giant nose. So let's just do that. That, like so. Fill that in. Go down a fair distance. And we go to the side. And then that is how we denote where nose, like, ring thing. Not nose ring. He doesn't have a nose ring. But that weird discolored bit on his nose. That's how we determine where that goes. Like that. That kind of rides down. Mouth. Perfect. Now what we can do is we can try to figure out how his eyes sit on his head. I think for the most part they should just sit as bigly as possible. They should take up his entire noggin. I just realized that YouTube turned off the fucking... I hate YouTube. At... Eight. Now we don't want him to look like his eyes are below his mouth, because they're not. By regular animal standards, the eyes stay firmly above the mouth. So I'm gonna try to maintain that. Maybe I should make him have an open mouth, because what that would do it would give us kind of a reason to have his face looking all the way up like that, other than to have his face looking all the way up like that. If we have him pointed up like this, it would facilitate the mouth and making it kind of obvious and stuff. Now, the way that his mouth works, since he's like a groundhog, is that it would be like so, a quick curve, and then down, like so. That catches there. That's the roof of his mouth. And if we were just drawing his mouth, that's what it would look. However, we're not. Instead, we also want to get the bottom jaw. Something like that. This kind of looks like he's wailing in pain, though. Ah! Like... oh no, gay things are coming in on me. Oh, that doesn't sound right. Gay things are coming. Yeah, this looks really stupid. Let's rethink this a bit. Go up, we go down. We do that. I think that'd work. Then we have something like this. kind of hard to tell what's happening, though. I think I should definitely get the eyes situation figured out, because it's kind of difficult to figure out after you draw them, as one might imagine. I need to know where they should actually go on his head. Hello. Thank you for the penny. I'm in pain. How do you deserve this? Why won't the pain stop? Also, hi. What? What an intro. Why are you pain? Who are you pain? Hmm? Pain. We are just currently working on the Pride emote that I have been procrastinating making. So, yeah. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to whatever garbage I spout while doing this. Now, how would I do this? That's the question. And I think that's consistently been the question for a while. I could have the eye kind of protrude out the top. That's sort of where his eye's supposed to be, I think. Like if I do this, have this part of the eye kind of curve around like so. That actually, hold on. That I might be getting somewhere. It looks so stupid. All right, let's get rid of this so that it's just his mouth. No strange facial expressions. This around there. Well, now his eyes sufficiently look cartoonishly popped out of his head. I think I gotta, like, do that, and then around like so, and like that. So at least it looks like it's around and on the head. God, this is such a weird angle for me to draw his head at. They were looking straight at you. He would be doing this. Which is kind of fucked up. Alright. You do this. Look it up. That doesn't look like the Hoog, though. That looks like some other monstrosity. Oh, man. Let's try like this. But less protruding out, more going for the idea that his eye is on the top of his head. Even though it's not, it's on the side of his head. But he's looking up. We're looking at him from below. Sort of. Now, the overall problem I'm seeing with this is the fact that I can't effectively show the viewer where he's looking. So I don't know if this angle really is the way to go about this right now. What do I do? What should I do? I have this. This is probably the best reference I have for this particular angle. Pull that a little closer. Oh, man. Okay. Let's take it from the top again. We want his nose and mouth and eyes to be readily understood and visibly. Visibly. So probably just a less of an angle. Probably the best way to go about it. Right now, that if I wanted to do that here, got his nose, then the rest of his snout, it goes out like this, as opposed to everything coming straight from the snout. Now is that reflected on these? It's hard to tell, but that might be the best way to go about doing this. We do that like so. But that just leaves his head at the same angle. So let's take this, shift it down a little bit. Like so. We will get rid of that and link it up as such. Like so. Haven't we heard this already? We've heard this already. YouTube, you shithead. There we go. All right. Additionally, let's say his mouth goes out like that. Now, that's not a good mouth for him, but it's good to work off of at the very least. He's gonna have his fucking nose marking thing there. Have his eyes kind of like this. Now, that kind of leaves the rest of his face looking kind of squished as shit. Jeez, this is quite the problem. Not one to shy away from problem solving, though. Let's see. We do that, and that. Maybe it shouldn't be as high up as I'm making it. Like, perhaps the nose shouldn't be... Like, the nose should be squished if it's from an underneath point of view, right? Because it would be distorting it vertically. So it'd be something like this instead. Let's see. If I do that, like so, goes out, in, it goes up a little bit. No. Then I'm gonna continue downwards to his mouth. Next, we do this kind of thing. All right. maybe all right. The thing is, if I put the bottom mouth, it still looks like he is screaming in agony. My face is very white. Hold on. There we go. Problem solved. Right. So, yeah, no. I don't know if I should have his mouth open, because it does just kind of look like he's screaming in agony. So let's leave it like so. We could probably give him a slight smile, slight smirk, like so, and then otherwise, we know what his face looks like. Yeah, it's good enough. Now in this regard, it's actually kind of fine. If I were to get rid of the eyes here and just worked out what his face looks like right now, what his head looks like. It's something like that. It's hard to figure out. I don't think I've ever drawn him from this angle before. Then again, I guess that's what practice is for. You practice, and then you get good, and then you don't need to worry about this bullshit anymore. Alright. So if we do it like so... and we size up the head so that it fits there... Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Alright. So we're moving now. We've got a general concept as to where and how the face should look. Next. Neck. We need a neck. We need him to have a neck. Now, it doesn't need to be the most, like, obvious neck. We don't have to make it look... Don't have to make it look like anything in particular. He just needs to have a neck. His neck works is interesting, because it doesn't come out the bottom like this. It comes out the back of his head. So, if I were to look at my side reference, his head kind of goes in and then out, like this. Like that. Doesn't quite have a neck from this point of view. Considering that most of his neck is the back. Actually, no, he definitely has more neck than I'm giving him. It's something closer to that, maybe. That works a little better, I think. And then that's gonna be just his arms. We can put him like that. Body tapers in a little bit, but that's not even gonna be in that. Praise the gay. Yeah! It is the gay month. And so, all the gay people are allowed to, all the gay people and trans people, bisexual people, are allowed to come out of their little goblin holes and, like, run around and kill straight people. I don't really know what happens. Actually, that sounds like a conservative talking point. They're gonna come out of their holes and kill us. Oh, God. I'm so afraid of people I don't understand. Oh, give me my binky. You know, conservative talking points. Yeah. Thank you, Tommy. I am worried. I am worried about what might be happening. Do you have the sick? Is your body dying? What is happening? So I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna enlarge his head a bit. Whoops. I gotta be careful about this microphone wire, because, dying for no reason at all. You know, sometimes it happens. Admittedly, sometimes that just happens. So, you know, hope you get better. Kinda sucks to be dying, be feeling like shit. You know, take a Tums, sit back with a lollipop. I don't know. Oh, you think you might have gotten food poisoning? I'm no doctor, and I have never had food poisoning in my life. However, that may or may not be something to do with food poisoning. Did you eat a rotten Met Eagle? 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 I gotta remember that it's pronounced eagle, not eagle. Eagle is how you'd pronounce it if you were saying it in French. Probably why I'm pronouncing it like that. I'm gonna blame your Met Eagle. It's the it's the Met Eagles. They're killing our people. Oh man. Earlier today, I was playing Helldivers 2. You haven't eaten Met in 2 something? Maybe it just took that long to get to you. I don't know. Either way, you would know better than I what the symptoms are, and you have Google, or if you don't like Google, you have Firefox, or if you don't have Firefox, you can get DuckDuckGo, you can get Opera GX, you get Microsoft Edge. You shouldn't get Microsoft Edge, but you could get Microsoft Edge. So go. Self-diagnose. Actually, wait, no, you live in Germany. Go see a fucking doctor. You're fine. You don't need... What am I saying? Bro, Go see what's going on. You're not in the US. Also not sponsored, totally. Definitely not sponsored. Anyways. So back to this. His nose and mouth and mouth and nose are completely the same thing. Like twice if every browser, every single browser is holding me captive. I mean, admittedly, sorry, my brain ain't work. But earlier when I started the stream, YouTube decided to have a funny little time and got angry that I had an ad blocker. So I had to go and buy YouTube Premium real quick so that we wouldn't have to deal with ads with the music. Ugh. It's yeah, no. I don't like YouTube. Primarily because of that. Secondarily because YouTube refuses to show my videos to anybody. Real annoying. I paid for YouTube. I'm sorry, I was held at gunpoint. Let's see if I can do this. Hold on. That keychain is really nice. Kind of unexpected for a Rain World track. Even though it's not Rain World, it's Minecraft Rain World. Change this though. Thank you. The 3 pennies that I have gotten today will chip away at the $12 loss that I got. I mean, I might as well take full advantage of it. I got YouTube Music now. I think that's how YouTube Premium works. So at least I won't have to use Spotify for the next while. Be able to listen to some of these bangers. All right. Now, I kind of like how it looks when he's got just eyes like that. Oh, that kind of looks cute. I kind of like that. You can play songs in the background now. Yay! I've never done that before. Interesting. So if I do like this. All right. I'm getting somewhere. We're moving. This is a good track. I gotta say, I'm not the biggest fan of most of the music from Necrodancer. It's not quite up my alley. But this track is quite enjoyable. It's complex. All that feng shui. Feng shui is for buildings, but I'm gonna use it in reference to fucking sounds. Oh, actually, on the topic of sounds, I've got to do something because I found. You wonder how many of your suggestions? Two suggestions made it in. I'm sorry to say, but I am very picky. All right, that didn't work out quite as well as I wanted to. But if you remember, a while ago, I was saying that one of the songs that you sent in, I think it was by somebody or called something like Astrophysics, and I said that it had the same instrument as another. I found the instrument. I found the VST, one iron knot, yeah. I found the VST that has the track, or the VST that has the sound effect that both of those used. So I'm thinking I'm gonna go grab that, show you guys in a bit if I remember to, because it's interesting, that kind of thing. Okay, this is the third time we have heard this. YouTube. There's no way we've heard everything in the... No, we haven't. Have we? No, we haven't. Okay, so now... do like this. Might as well do the comparison if YouTube is repeating songs. True. Here. Yeah. At some point I wanna do a music stream. But I don't know what I would do on the music stream. Because a music stream, every time I try to draw him with a mouth open, he looks like he is screaming. He looks like ah! He looks terrified. I think the mouth is just gonna have to stay closed. Oh well. Colon D. It is a bit of a colon D face. Okay, let me fix this mouth a little bit. So we're gonna make it like that, and then it goes down, up, down. Is how that works, I believe. No. It goes down, up a little bit, down. And I'm pretty sure Yeah, I'm pretty sure that works. So if I wanted him to smile, I'd just do this instead. That aspect. He looks a little bit. I'm not sure what the word is. Kind of just living. Pain comes back. Oh man. Yeah, I mean, if it's really that bad, maybe you should go see a doctor. You're saying the pain's in your stomach. Would the pain happen to be anywhere close to this region down here? Because if it is, that, my friend, situs. And it could be very deadly. Hopefully it's not. But yeah. If you've got pain in your lower gut, then it's very possible. Poseidon appendicitis. It's when you got this little doodad, doohickey, just kind of hanging off your gut. That shit's called the appendix. All right? And the appendix does absolutely nothing. Except occasionally it explodes. So, yeah, there you go. Little lesson you probably already knew. But if you didn't know it, be careful. Because you got the fucking self-destruct button in your gut. Yeah. The appendix is one of human beings' worst traits. One of the worst things to kind of hang around from the evolution of humans. Now let's see. I think I know what's happening here that I don't like. I believe the nose is currently too long. Yeah, being so intelligently designed. The fucking robot overlords or whatever who made us 2 billion years ago. I don't know anything about history, so Bez! Let me know if there's any problems. He's probably playing Helldivers right now. I probably jump scared the shit out of him, actually. That's really funny to think about. Correct me if I'm wrong, though. Our robot overlords. Robot overlords designed us pretty poorly, okay? Alright. Jeez, this is such a weird angle for the Hoog. Was Helldivers the game with that one guy getting a demon girl harem? No, that's a different game. That's Helltaker. That's Helltaker. Different game. Helldiver is the Starship Troopers game. That, you know, I don't know how to describe. If you don't know what Starship Troopers is, then you're kind of shit out of luck because I haven't watched it. I only know it because of Biz. They recently came out with a second one, Helldivers 2. Everybody loves it. It's a good game. There's a good reason why everybody loves it. Because it's a good fucking game. And Biz and I have been playing it a little bit recently. It's another thing that kind of broke the bank for me because of the fact that it costs $50 fucking dollars. AAA games are getting so expensive. Stream it? Tomorrow we are. I completely forgot about that. Biz and I are going to be playing Helldivers 2 on stream tomorrow. So, yeah, for anybody interested in that, that's there. His ears are a little too far out there. Also, what are you doing Give me the K. K. Why am I giving him a second pair of eyes? I'm trying to give him ears. But it's a weird angle. K is okay? I know, but it's got a... You should know that K, just saying K without anything else, has implications to it of disinterest. Perhaps you don't know that, though. No. Who cares? Angle. Oh, okay. Type pretty well for somebody who's not native English speaker. How would you know? I don't know. Were you on the internet at some point in the past 10 years? Or, I mean, at a period of 3 years, 10 years ago. Yeah, that's generally where it is. I don't know. Don't bully me! My brain ain't working. I know you just said, how would I know? But don't bully me! Okay, his ears are still jutting out way too much. You're too tired to bully me? Fair enough. I assume you're also European. I don't know. I've never heard whether or not you are from Europe or whatnot. Yeah. You always stick around way longer than a lot of the other Europeans in the chat. So, I sometimes get it twisted. You know? Sometimes get it confused. Work. Ooh. Dramatizing the pains is the only way to express this pain in an appropriate manner. Well, hey, you know what? As long as you have a sleep schedule, so you're like sleeping, that's a good thing. And you are also able to interact with friends and people, that's the second good thing. Who cares what else? Who cares what else if you don't have an optimal sleep schedule? Fall asleep at 3 o'clock in the morning and wake up at 12. Do it! Imagine having friends. I couldn't. Let's see. Man, where the fuck do his ears go? Where do the ears go? They like jut out a little further than the eye in that image. In this image, his ears are massive, actually. In this one, his ears are relatively fine. Feel like the ears wouldn't be visible at this angle? Yeah, I'm thinking you might be correct about that. But I want to see if there would be a way to get them at least a little bit in the image. So that, you know, he doesn't look like a balding rat. But instead, looks like a vaguely balding hedgehog guy. Also, it's going to be a tiny emote anyway. That's a fair point. No, that's fair. It isn't going to be that significant of a emote. Yeah, no. I mean, if it's legitimately painful, like debilitating or anything like that, then you just go away. Look it up. No, I don't want you dying. That would be kind of negative, I think. It'd be one of the nicer chatters. Hopefully it gets over with quick. You know what? I might be able to just do this. Yeah, there it is. There are the ears. And yes, they are going to be like 2 pixels on the like emote, but still, I like having them in the image. Ah, okay. I see. Well, I'm no doctor. I don't know how to fix Tommy Nyans. I don't know how to do that. So I'm gonna give you a pat on the back. Good job. And yeah. Enderdoc. Ender. Makes you think. Anyways. Let me just quickly save this image as Hoog Ride. Now I think that's reasonable, I guess. It's about as much of a smile you're gonna get from the Hoog. Because he doesn't have a... His mouth isn't up here, it's down here. Why? Yeah, so I think this is good enough. Now, as for other things... So you have stripes on the back that go like so. That can be... In fact, I'll just do it like there. To make it noticeable. And besides that, there's no other... There's not much else. Like, you can't even see the different color stripe up here. You almost have 30k mud. Damn, okay, you've been saving up. That's a lot of mud. It's not nearly enough to do the thing. It's not nearly enough to do it. However, it does make me worry. Alright, so from here, what else do we need to work in? We need to give him clothing. Shall also save. I don't know how to do it. I think it's a like partner or like a higher level affiliate thing. But I know there is some way to make community goals and have you guys pool together your channel points to do things. Stream delay? Did something happen? What? Oh, it's already been an hour. Alright. Well, we are going to take a quick break. I will see you guys in a few minutes. Be back shortly. while the ads were going, I prepared a little doohickey, some might call it. A little bit of a thingamajig, others might call it. I prepared the tracks that I was talking about before, and also my music program thing, to show what I found. So, you guys know this, right? Plays at the start of the Artificer campaign. It's got this very distinct sounding, it's got this very distinct sounding guitar. And in a second, when it's finished playing, or, well, I guess I could just... So, then we swap over to this, which has... If I go to the middle of it, if you hear in the background, it has a guitar. And this is something that wasn't, like, I said, but people didn't necessarily believe it. That one song you heard will play. Yeah, bing boing boing bong. But you can hear in the very back of this track, up and down, the same guitar. And you didn't necessarily believe me, but now what I have is proof. What I'm gonna do, swap over to her. That didn't work. Okay. Instead of that, we are going to swap back to that, and then I'm going to do this. I want that to happen. There we go. Here's Reaper. Music nerd. Absolutely. I am a massive music nerd. This is Reaper, my music making program. Wonder if you heard it. Sometimes struggle hearing the furthest things in a melody. Well, I'm going to actually lay out the notes so that you hear them. What that guitar is, it is the funk guitar, I believe. I'm not sure. I'll have to listen to it. So basically, if I do this, it is part of a free... Actually, no, I think this is part of a paid version of a free sound pack. But if I put it... No. Wrong one. Can you hear that? Let me see if you can even hear that. No. How much music theory do I know? None. I was taught nothing about music theory because I never went to music school. Because I couldn't give less of a shit. When I make music, I just put notes that sound good together. And over the course of my making music, I have learnt things. So I guess I do know music theory. I just don't know how it applies to music theory and stuff like that. Like, somebody who knows music theory will probably say something and be like, oh, yes, this is like this, the Bing Bong method, and you do this, and I would do it unknowing that it was called the Bing Bong method and used by artists everywhere. When next Rain Meadow stream? I'm not sure. I don't know what else I have to do in Rain Meadow. How did I make this font? Oh, that. How did Glamorous make the font? Well, I think that's just part of their identity as the most glamorous cricket around. All right, let's see if I can get another audio capture. Actually, wait, no, I could just do audio sources that I do that. And now if I do this, okay, you can hear that. Perfect. So this is not the guitar. It was not the jazz guitar or funk guitar. It is something else. Harmonic guitar, maybe? Nope. Have I lost it again? I thought I had it. Let me see. It's glamorous of cricket. That again. Why things are happening. Okay. There we go. It ran away? Maybe it did. I'm just gonna put that off to the side real quick. Making music is like, there's just a lot of windows on your computer at once. When a lot of things happening. Mellotron, maybe? Oh, I think that's it. Hold on. So it doesn't sound like it right now. What's up, Rain? I'm just showing off something cool I found a little bit ago. So, if you can't tell, this is actually... Barely hear it. You hear that? It's that note. That note right there is what that note in the song was. Skeeter, mosquito, bug. I feel its bite, pain. Eh? But yeah, no. These are actually just regular free samples. It's You can tell I have no idea what I'm doing. So it's that, and then so it's those notes, and then you hear this in the song. And it's a lot quieter because they have effects on them. Does sound like the thing. Now, one that's a little harder to hear is the one in the background of this track, Astrophysics. Or no, One Iron Knot, which is by Astrophysics. Now you hear in the background of that, see if I can get it. So it's like something like this. Oh, it's very slow. If we just cut that down a bit. Some shit like that. I'm trying to hear it. It's detoned, maybe. I think that's what they did. They detoned it a bit. So there's this little tuning dial up here that you can use to slightly detone the notes, and I'm pretty sure that's what they did in this. I haven't been reading. Recently made a stupid lizard mod that adds stupid lizards. What? Like to Rain World or Rain Meadow? I'm not gonna put two of them. I'll just put one of them. I'm not. Why would I put two things? There's no 2-for-1 deal. Flip. Rain World. Ah. You know how it works, Rain. It's a 1-for-1 deal. Dark. But they're best friends? They're not allowed. It is illegal. Here, you know what? I'll make them best friends with the, I'll make him best friends with the, snake. How about that? What do you think of that idea? Look. They're great. No, it just looks like he's fighting. It just looks like he's fighting the snake. Okay, it's a beast. Okay, fine. 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 You guys want to work against me? Fine. We have 2 of them now. Me and my friends playing Dark Souls. I wish I could desync them a bit. Because that would be really stupid. Get fucking destroyed. Get fucking destroyed. That's awesome. All right. Well, I think I'm done with that. Unless we end up... does anyone else have 250 points? It's not the most pricey channel point reward, all things considered. Alright, let me pull back up. Oh yeah, this is my background. It's, Outer Wilds. I don't show my desktop backgrounds very much, on stream. But, yeah. Very good art. If I knew who made it, if I were to remember who made it, I would shout them out. But I don't remember who made it. I apologize. You just have to look up Outer Wilds background. Whatever Rain wanted. Okay, fine. Fine. Fine, we've got 3 of them now. There's 3 Dark Knights guys. They're all fighting the big snake. I think I need to make the snake bigger just to make it a fair fight here. There we go. For Rain Meadow, you, think, ooh. So there's this thing. You're a really, where you go into a specific arena map, you're a really good chatter. You're really good at putting things in chat. Alright. It's the lettuce snake versus the dark nuts. I do this, and then I do that. And then I make this, capture this. There we go, perfect. And you bet on 2 slugs. So basically it's sports betting, but for scugs. Is that what I'm hearing? Would I be correct in thinking that's the case? And winner gets rock. Loser dies. Got it. I mean, we could do something like that, but I don't know if it would be the most fair, most fair thing to do. A lot of people are way better than others. Like, last time we did Rain World PvP, Hollow beat up everybody. Other people also, did good, but Hollow's the person I remember doing a lot of winning. Who else won a lot of? Fake News? Not Fake News. You were also a child. Tommy, you did good as a slug pup, all things considered. As a slug pup, you succeeded at being good at the game. And then all of those things come to a close as you look at me, my complete lack of skill. Leticus, serpent of the Forsaken Gardens. I don't know the lore of Dark Souls. The fire of Dark Souls was quenched by Lord Gwendolyn of Gwendolandor. That's why it's called that. Gwendolandor. And the snake came out of the produce and killed everybody. There's the story. Go. Modders, make it. Somebody mod it into the game. Maybe you should just do a custom arena game modes. Ooh, I've never thought of custom arena game modes. You're fire as a scuppy when there's no bitch-ass creatures. Are you speaking in another language, Rain? Because that's not English. That right there ain't English. All right. So let's do this. Scuppy. Be fair, I did some good skills. It's one time you had higher ground but got impatient. I mean, sometimes I'm really good at waiting, but other than that, I tend to die to people who know how to maneuver their slug cats better than I. So, you know. Either way, though, slug population is slopulation. All right. Slopulation. God, I'm stupid. Let's do this. Drawing wrinkles into clothing is both incredibly satisfying and also incredibly confusing, because it's all about like the negative space and what you kind of leave up to the viewer's mental interpretation. Because if you want to make wrinkles, you gotta like do weird bumps and shit, but then you also have to do like other shit like that. You can have it overshoot and then come out the bottom. You can do a lot of things to make wrinkles in clothing, and it's confusing to me. Blah. I'm glad that's the response to my own talking about art. By the way, I said earlier that I have never been to a music class, and I have learned all of my music stuff just by messing around and passively learning. When it comes to art, it's the same thing. The song is helping your brain. Brain. Well, that's good. That is the case. What am I saying? I read that chat message and my brain just gone. Brain world. What was I saying? Oh yes. So all of my or the vast majority of my drawing ability is kind of self-taught. Now I did actually get take classes for art in elementary school, but even then didn't help that much. It just taught me that you need to draw tables like this, but they look close to you. That's pretty much all I took away from it. There's a lot of big, almost words happening in chat. I'm not sure what they mean, but I'm scared for my life. What if you pay for me to eat cabbage? I don't just have a cabbage available to me. I don't just carry a cabbage. You're gonna have to check it. The fuck was that? Oh, I know what it is. Biz, fuck off. Get out of here, Biz. Find a snack and eat it. That's not payment, that's mud. Mud is barter. Payment requires proper currency. Good response. There's gonna be good music. Look, it's Anchor Deep from Cult of the Lamb. This is a good track. I actually really like this track because it does something. It does something that I want to do more of in my own music. Being swapping between minor and major chords and keys and like stuff like that. Because you're gonna eat the insulation foam in my walls. Bro, that's all brick. It's all brick. Just loads of brick. Oh yeah. R.I.P. to Riverboy. It is really sad, that whole situation. But you know, it is how it is. Life goes on, and we can only remember that he was an awesome composer. Now, what was I saying? What was I doing? Gonna eat the bricks? Good job. Keep me updated. But this particular track, right now, it's in minor key, I believe. Maybe it isn't. I'm not sure. That's music theory stuff. I don't know music theory. All I know is that right now it sounds not happy. Makes sense, right? Then it suddenly swaps into some kind of vaguely happy. And I kind of like the effect. I find that it is a very interesting, like, hot swap. True minors are unhappy. Are you stating that every single child is unhappy? And if they are not unhappy, then they are not a child? If you weren't brought up in a broken home, then you are not brought up. I don't know. God, that's such a sad statement. You know, that's probably like a talking point of some alpha poster on Twitter. If my dad beat me every day, and if you didn't get beaten every day, then you're no real man. Nah. I'm gonna go cry in the corner because I'm insignificant to myself. You know, talking points. What? What are you yelling about? Talking points the game. Points the game. I recognize that. Play with Discord. Oh, Jackbox! Or the one in Discord. I actually have the Jackbox party packs. The older ones. So, in the future, that's another thing I do want to do. The problem is I don't have that many friends. And a lot of my friends are busy a lot. So getting them together during a stream is kind of difficult. But at some point, we should definitely do a Jackbox Party Pack stream. Would be a lot of fun. All right. So now, let's try to match this angle we've got here. Would be lovely. Pizza Tower spotted. It's dotted throughout the playlist. I love the game. I love the game so much that even though I got angry at Anton Blast, I still want to go play it to completion because it is like Pizza Tower and I want more Pizza Tower. So you can expect more Anton Blast streams later on. Alright, I am spotting something of an issue. You'd never play a game about pizza? Why? Why would you never play a game about pizza? Pizza Tower is excellent. Pizza Tower is an excellent game. It's got really good music, really funny, cool visuals. Prefer games with a strong atmosphere, I suppose. Pizza Tower is more for, you know, enjoying the game for the mechanics and stuff like that. The story is very much in the background. So, I suppose it makes sense. Alright, let's see. what it sounds like. Yeah, it's a game about its theming being MS Paint art and music with samples in it, and it's about really fun movement. So yeah. I will always vouch for Pizza Tower, no matter what. No matter who comes at me, I will always vouch for Pizza Tower. Too good of a game. Alright. Would be interesting artistically, too. It's, or, I don't know if the art was made in MS Paint, but it looks like MS Paint. That's the whole thing. The thing is, it's not just that it looks like MS Paint. All of the animations are also... Or, I think a better comparison would be Courage and the Cowardly Dog. If any of you guys grew up with Courage and the Cowardly Dog, Courage the Cowardly Dog, it's that style of art. Snack tier list stream when? I don't eat that much. Even though I'm a big fat man, I don't actually eat that much food. So I don't think I could make a good tier list of snacks. Also, what's up, DR? Welcome to the stream. It's been a while. And welcome, Plaintive Squabble EQ4 something something. Oh, he's already banned. Cool. For those of you who aren't in on the bit, that's a bot. I was just saying hello to a bot. Game tier list win. I would not be opposed to making a game tier list. The thing is, I haven't played a lot of games as well. So a lot of people, you did a funny, I noticed. At this point, I'm gonna stop paying attention to refollows and stuff like that, just so that you guys stop doing it, because it's just distracting, admittedly. I mean, like, I look, ooh, somebody, oh. Like, that's it. Which I get is funny. You can, oh my goodness, it happens every day. Every day. You will never stop. I will never stop. I will continue doing this until the day I die. Is Biz? Biz, fuck off. Get out of my face, Biz! How do I turn off Steam notifications? Your Rain World brain rot got you employed. Well, I mean, if that is the case, then, oh yeah. Cool. Rid of all of that. What is he saying? He's just telling me that DR fucking refollowed. Biz is just being a dick. Which is not unexpected from Biz. Huh. It's cool. Well, hopefully it is actually a proper... Not slanderous. Slanderous is like falsified information about you. If I was being slanderous, then, I mean, you'd be able to take me to court or something. I don't know. But you couldn't. It's not slander. O.O is everywhere. Color wheel, it's the shape of your wheel. Oh, you mean O? O is everywhere? O is overwear. Underwear. Anyways. Let's see. So let's get rid of this, since I have that fixed up now. Wait, why am I doing that? I could just get rid of the layer entirely. There we go. Currently relearning Roblox Studio for the 500th time. Does it constantly update or something? I've never used it, so I wouldn't know. Good quote. We do have a quotes channel in the Discord if you wish to quote me on that. Although I don't know if the laugh will come through very well. Let's see. You know what? I'm doing this wrong. I should focus on getting the basic shape, and then I can worry about the wrinkles afterwards. So we're gonna just get the basic shape, length, and width of his arms. Like so. And so he big arms. Big toys? What are you talking about? So confused. Rain World Forsaken stuff? That is. Maybe Hawa would know what it is. Okay. Now, he does have big arms. He's supposed to have really big arms. Kind of part of his character design. To have arms that, like, his head and legs and down there, and his arms kind of go like that. Iges bet lengaga I flent a engiaga. Like a horror survival game. Oh, okay. I wouldn't know them because I know very few horror survival games. You've played it twice. Is there a lot of overlap between Forsaken and Rain World? Why that happen? Why so many Rain World fans know Forsaken or something? That. Hopefully, the effect it will achieve is the fabric. Once again. So, like so. This happens to be popular. You're two-time and you're boring as shit. That you're... If I knew any better, or didn't know any better, if I knew anything, I'd say you were quoting Jack Stauber with two-time, but I don't know those. I don't think those are the lyrics. Fabric would be a little stretched in the armpits. Yeah, that's why I got rid of that part, because it looked wrong. Two-time, a type of survivor in Forsaken. Oh, I see. Two-time, the song is really good. Yes, it is. That's something that I have been meaning to look at trying. Like, just see if I can do it at all. Would be making a song in the style of Jack Stauber. Jack Stanch? The fuck is Jack Stanch? That's such a powerful word. What does it mean? First, before I say it more, does it mean anything? Stop or restrict blood flow from a wound. Okay, it's a fine word. Stanch. I like that. That's so stupid. But I want to try making a song like Jack Stauber, because I love his music. I love the way he makes music. I don't know what any of his most recent stuff is, because of the fact that that would be like a Patreon only thing for him. But yeah, no, his music's good. I like it. Anyway, oh, wait, I have a sweater on, so I can just look at my own arm and see how the wrinkles work. In the, yeah. So bottom end, gonna be generally flat. Cheeseburger family. Cheeseburger family is a pretty alright one. This is a shirt. This is a sweater. Have a good day. And then that would kind of stretch like so, and then go into that. There we go. Now we've got the Hoog physique. Now we've got him looking like how he's supposed to. A little bit tubby. You disagree. Made it to where you join any Roblox game after sufficient time. 200 Rainworld Slugcat friends you have will eventually flood and take over the server. You're doing some cult shit over there. I don't know what's happening. You're playing a different kind of Cult of the Lamb. I'll just let you get to it. I'll fucking cheer for you from the sideline. You love Two Time? Yeah, Two Time is a great track. I love the first part of Fighter. I love the way the first part of Fighter is. The second part of Fighter is it's good as like a song, but it's not stuff that I would listen to, kind of thing. And I'd want to make something like that. However, before any of that could possibly happen, I would have to learn how to create lyrics for my music, and I need to learn how to sing. You gonna head out? All right. Well, have a good one. See you another time. Now that we're done the Watcher, you can actually join into streams in the future. All right. And now over here, unlike my sweater, which is actually small, like way too small for me, the Hoog sweater is... Oh, you're not gonna dip? Oh, okay. Gotcha. Well, have a good one. I'm not gonna play Watcher anymore. I'm pretty much done Watcher. I'm debating whether or not to just do the majority of the, like, next ending, or the, you know, the second ending off stream, and then just bring it up on stream afterwards, or to just kind of grind through it again, because it's a lot of effort. It is just playing the exact same game, but another time. Yeah, that's I'll figure that out another time. One thing that I do want to say though, anybody who looks at a person like me, who is a big tall man, you know, who, like, you know, I'm 6'3", I'm a big guy. I have a lot of there's a lot of advantages associated with being big and tall. You get to bully people. That's pretty much it. I don't know what you're saying. But you get back pain, which is bad. You get knee pain, you just get pain. Lowers lifespan, all of that's fine. You know what you don't get that is the biggest fucking loss from being tall? That all of you short people get to like get to live lavishly within? Oversized sweaters. Not a single one of my sweaters is oversized for me. All of them are undersized. And this one is my favorite sweater. I love the green plaid, and the inside is like, you know, fluffy and stuff. It's undersized. It's an undersized sweater for me. It doesn't fit me. See this? This is extending my arms out. You guys get to be, you short people get to live with oversized sweaters and feel cute. I don't get to do that. I'm also bald, so that prevents me from feeling cute. But not getting to wear an oversized sweater is worse. Anyways, that's the end of my rant. I'm going to draw an oversized sweater on the Hoog because I think oversized sweaters are awesome. Yibo, what is happened to me? I think the sinsanity is hitting Mister. Help! Ye typos. Typos. Are you okay? Are you okay? You good? But you know, being big and tall isn't all that it's cracked up to be. Okay, fucking what? No, I was gonna say Squidward. What am I trying to say? Guy. It's not SpongeBob. Who's the other SpongeBob character? Who's him? Mr. Krabs. That's the Mr. Krabs laugh. I don't know why it took me a year and a half to to fucking figure that one out. He got possessed by the stupid lizard demon. Good job, I guess. Every short person who you've met always says, if you don't want to be short. Okay, admittedly, there is something. Oh, one shot. Doing one shot over there. I should play the game sometime. Being tall is really good because it lets you bully people. And when you're a big, tall, bald white man with a beard, nobody tries to fuck with you. And so you get to just bully the shit out of racists. It's so fun. I've said this so many times, and I'm going to say it so many more times because it's like my favorite pastime. You just get to bully the absolute shit out of bigots and like people who think that like they can bully marginalized groups. You just get to. Well, I mean, Rain, you're in a very particular situation, being trans. I am a visibly straight, white, as mentioned, bald, bearded man, cis, all of those things, all of the privilege. I have been given so much privilege, and so I use that privilege to bully racists. You were constantly bullied throughout school? I think I was bullied throughout school as well. Oh. Well, I mean, I was bullied throughout school, but I just beat up the bullies. So, you know, it kind of works out. Yeah, no. I grew up in a very I grew up to be very privileged, and I like to try to use that privilege to help those who are not as privileged. And perhaps I'm not helping by bullying racists. Perhaps that's just kind of unhelpful extra shit, but I still like doing it. You would have accidentally killed someone if you did beat them up. When you're a kid, you're basically indestructible. Unless you're using weapons, you probably wouldn't have done anything. You would be yelled at. I was yelled at so much as a kid. I remember as a kid, the first year that I had no detentions was like a fucking. It was amazing. I felt like a god. Because I felt like I was just doing that much better in school and shit. Yeah, I got in trouble a lot. But that's just the byproduct of being a big guy like me. A big, energetic, I was gonna say angry, but I'm not really angry. Big, energetic man. Alright. Now, I've been struggling to draw this hand this entire time. Let's see. It's rough. You're looking back at... I don't know what you were saying. You're asking the wrong guy. Oh, yeah, kicking open doors. I mean, as a kid, I rarely tried it. But, Yeah, you do hold a lot of power when you're big. And you are a big person. Okay. Wait, hold on. I just realized something. Does this pose, guys, remind you guys of anything? Do you guys, there's something, what's it called? No, there's a specific thing. It's so perfect. No, guys, it's not a fucking Jesus reference. I'm not like the Hoog isn't on the cross. It's this. The fucking Archvile from Doom. I don't know how many of you guys played Doom, like the original Doom, but it is literally the pose of the Archvile from Doom. Ah! Oh, man. Alright. Let's get serious a little bit. Just a little bit. I need to make that an emote? Well, this is gonna be an emote. So, you could just say it's one and the same. Instead of I set you on fire, it's I make you gay! The power held in the hands of the Hoog. Those who hear his name. Fully lean into the Archvile? Maybe. I'm not sure what I really plan on doing with this, because I wanna make it, you know, I wanna make it the pride emote. But besides that, it could also serve other purposes. Other things can be prideful, so I guess I could just add in little flares of other aspects. Now, I want his hands to be kind of like this, you know? So I guess what I have to do is hold my hand like this and look at it on my monitor real quick. So it's like, let me just start off the side. So it's pinky. You have middle finger. I don't know if Twitch would allow an emote of the Hoog holding a shotgun. Twitch is pretty iffy about guns. Alright, and then we have one hand like so, one finger like so, and then we have this kind of go down, meet the thumb. Thumb is gonna be like that. Like that. Alright. And we that. Yeah, and it works. Crazy how that works, using a reference. Alright, now additionally, how does the back of the hand look? It goes around like so, and then kind of dips out like that. Front of the hand continues down the thumb, around a bend, and then into the wrist. Something like that. Now, all I have to do, really make a cabbage snake emote. Why do you like cabbage so much? Enlighten me. Why the cabbages? You that one dude from Last Airbender? My cabbages! Oh, my cabbages! I don't remember what he sounded like, but, that you? Are you him? I love that concept. He's him, the cabbage guy. Like in brackets, cabbage dude. That. Perfect. Get rid of these little bits that are going into wrist. That. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. Oh, wait, I forgot I was mirrored. Wow, epic claws. Bangs? Epic claws? Yeah. I've never... that. Sometimes you get hit with a compliment that is just really confusing in the moment. And epic claws is definitely amongst those. You know, once I got a compliment for my teeth. And not like, "Oh wow, your teeth are white." No, it's my teeth are sharp. That's the compliment I got. I don't know. I don't know what it means. I don't know why you'd compliment me on that. But if you have 3 pearls and take away 2, how many pearls will you have? Give me back my fucking pearls. Give me back my give me back my pearls. All right. Anyways, didn't expect that one, did you? God. Let's see here. I do hope that gunshot sound effect is not too loud for you guys, because I would hate to spam and continue to be spamming that sound effect so much, and for it to actually be like way too loud. For you, it was really loud. I woke up your entire household. Are you listening on speakers? That's a you thing. That's not my fault. In that case, why would you have me on speakers? Unless you screamed. If you screamed, then that's also your fault. I didn't... Huh? Oh. You didn't even have max volume? Here, hold on, let me check. Oh, why... Hold on. If I do that... That's better. Okay. That... Now, I think that the hand should probably be a bit wider, now that I look at it. What I'm gonna do... That... Embiggen it. Yeah? You got a lot of time to think. You're gonna land on chicken jockey? Alright. We're doing chicken jockey emote today. Because that's the next thing to real. Yeah, that isn't properly mirrored. Gonna have to redraw it in a very weird way. Hoog riding a chicken into the sunset. I can actually get behind that. Gotta sleep? Alright, have a good one, Hollow. See you around. Could I get this work? Could I get this to a point that I like it? Question. I think I can if I do that, like so. Alright, there we go. No, that's better. Am I sure about the chicken jockey thing or having it at a point where I like it? Because both of those, I don't know. Never sure. This. This is a good game. I should play this on stream sometime. Because it's a very chill game to play. Even though it includes a lot of bullet hell aspects. In fact, it is by definition a bullet hell game. But besides that, no clarification needed? Gotcha. Understood. I don't know what happened. Am I dead? Did I die? No clarification needed. Yeah. This. So, alright, now it is shoddily mirrored over to the other side, and from here, I can do this. I can actually redraw it and make the lines a little sharper, make them a little nicer, and I know how to go about it. Giving Bogos Binted the game? This game. The music? Me? I'm confused. Sneed. Sneed. You confuse me. Good sir and or madam and or neither. You are a fascinating chatter. Can't say you're a bad chatter because I've had worse. You spent a while there looking for that alien emote, hey? Came out a little ways after the first or the first words you sound. First words. Fucking, my brain is too fucking gunked up from everyday living to make fun of people in chat. Existence is taking away my ability to make fun of people. How could this happen? Matt? Somehow you didn't find it. After like 2 seconds. Exactly. You should know it by heart. Otherwise, stupid. Oh god. You can really tell it's summer. Because the second that it became June, my brain clocked out. It's gone. It's just not. It's just nothing. Nothing's happening there. Alright. That looks like a fairly complete Hoog hand. Alright. That looks pretty good. You hit the save button before everything gets lost. Yeah, so it's been another hour. You're going to take another break. We will be back in 5 minutes. I don't know what you just wrote. It's very small. You doing all right there? Cricket, you good? I don't think I got him. You appear to be having some kind of mental breakdown right now. Which I suppose is fair. Could always use one of those. But, yeah. I don't know what else to say. Yeah. Thought ads were rolling? What? No, we just finished rolling the ads. If you're getting more ads, then that sucks. Twitch isn't supposed to play ads if you were here for the, or if I just played the other ads. That's annoying. Oh, that looks so much better. That looks way better. A problem that I have while drawing the Hoog is I draw him too twink-like. I make him too twinkly. I make him into a bit of a stick figure sometimes, where he's this weird, lanky, kinda thin guy. When in actuality, he's supposed to be a fairly large fella. I mean, you can see up there. That isn't the up there. He's a kind of big guy, or at least he's supposed to be. You gonna head out, Cricket? Is that what you're trying to say? Oh. I'm confused then. You have successfully confused me. Wouldn't be the first time you did that. Yay! That just doesn't look right. His mouth has got to actually obey the laws of his face. That's not right at all. Okay. Now, we've got him pretty much. What's that? Are an interesting chatter. I've already said that, but I feel like it's important that it's known. You have interesting things to say. I respect that. Okay, so we're gonna do this. Additionally, what I want to do is I want to make two sides of him not mirrored. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna actually make a different set of wrinkles in his shirt so that it looks at least a little bit different. You accidentally trapped yourself in the basement. Have you been going through solitary confinement for the past 3 weeks? You know, quick question. I was on the right track with that. Oh. Surely you're big enough to get out at this point. You guys grow linearly, right? Like when you grow, or when you're born, you're like a small thing, and you keep growing up. All right, that's good enough. Now we will quickly do this and just make his hoodie. Gotta have a hoodie. Gotta have a hoodie. That's actually a little bit too big of a hoodie. Gotta be a little lower because it sits flat. Alright. Button with swag hat. Jersey when swag hat is. How far do these tassels usually go down? It doesn't appear as though there is a set limit for how far they go. Generally to the armpits, it seems. All right. Have a good one. 7 you in the chat. So your messages filled up the entire chat. The entire chat is your messages right now. That in. Make this a little more circular. There we go. Perfect. Now let's see here. So this is probably going to be a fairly small, like, version of him as an emote, because of the fact that we have. Oh, I realized this was still here. Get rid of that. Because if we took this emote and compared it to the size of this emote, he's significantly larger in this emote, which poses a challenge. That challenge being readability. I guess, though, the focus is less on the Hoog himself in this emote. And it should be more on the pride flags than it should be on the Hoog. So maybe I just cut off this like that. And I kind of just have him at the bottom of the screen like that. Let's see. We have something like this happen. Make it. Come on. How did I do that? I clicked a button and it selected the white background. So now the current the current color I have selected is white. Stop that. Okay. I can sort of see where this goes here. Because now it's just a matter of putting a rectangle like so. That's in white. No, that's actually an eraser. I need it to be black. I'm not sure the usual. Bez! Bez! Bez, I need you! Get over here, Beers! Beers, Mark! Do you know the like length to width ratio of a standard flag? You deserve it. You know you deserve it. Like, does it matter what size the rectangle is? Depends on the flag. Pride flags. Does it matter what size the thing actually is, or like what? I guess I could just like grab a pride flag PNG. Except I want to draw them, even though most of them are a few colors as stripes. But I do want to draw them just so that they have the same flair. I think pride flag ratios are unregulated. Oh. Okay. Well, then we'll just call it whatever fits best in the image. So we wanted to take up a good portion of the image. So as to kind of make it known that the emote is for the pride. Usually has the N-I. Oh, by. I see. Actually has the purple stripe smaller. What I think I'm gonna do, the flags are usually 3 by 5. 3 by 5. Okay. It's gonna be a little bit hard to do that kind of thing, because there's no measurement system in this. I mean, does this look good? Does this look about right? That's probably the best way to determine. All right, so I'm gonna close that. Do this. I'm gonna grab this. Looks acceptable. Good enough for me. All right, now what I could do. He's small now. Oh, he could also be big. I'm gonna set him to his regular size. There we go. I'm gonna undo this because I no longer need it. And I think what I want to do here. Actually, no, I should have reference image. Okay, so what I want to do is make it small-ish, just to match this reference. Like so. And then we are going to grab a pen weight that is of a similar size to that one. Perfect. We're going to put it on this. So, ooh man, it makes it big. Let's see. You know what? Okay, first things first, I'll put it on a different layer so that if it gets fucked up, it isn't, like, completely ruined. Right, now just, it's about the careful re-outlining of the image. Lie on my screen. Sadly, in order to get a good picture of this, in order to know exactly how it looks, I'm going to have to draw the majority of it. I think that's just a little too thick. Instead, what I could do, I have to erase it. Okay. Instead, let's try 8. Because it doesn't all need to be the exact same width as the other emotes. The way that styles work is as you shrink them and make them larger, some aspects need to shrink and some aspects don't. So it's just figuring out that balance. Where exactly to put kind of the cutoff. And as for this, it's about finding a line thickness for the outline that does a good job of framing the rest of the image without being way too thick. So, just gotta do that. That. Up, around, up, and around, and around. That's better. It's better. Yeah, I think I'll go with this. Because it's better in terms of just visibility, and it also frames the image a lot better. Right. It's just a matter of going over everything. This. And making it all bold. Right. Very good music for just kind of chilling out. Appreciating time. Having a time to... Not having a time to think, but having a time to do the exact opposite. Not think at all. Just absent-mindedly draw, then stepping back and being able to appreciate what you did. Oh. You can still taste some of your insides. Don't think that's healthy. All things considered. Probably shouldn't see it. It should see a doctor. But welcome back. Welcome back. We are nearly finished the basic line art portion of this. They don't taste good. Didn't expect them to, admittedly. You know? I've, like, eaten liver and stuff like that. Not necessarily my forte. I don't know if eating my own liver would change that opinion, but for now, gotta say, I'll abstain. So we've got the majority of the line art done. I'm just doing the outline, and then we get to draw out a few pride flags. Nothing will keep you from saying praise the Hoog. I don't know if he's really praiseworthy. He's a dumbass groundhog thing. You guys know Sam and Max? I think I've made this reference. Sam is a weird rabbity thing. Wait, no, that's Max. Sam's the big dog. Max is the weird rabbity thing. The Hoog is a weird groundhoggity thing. That's the best way I could put it. But yeah, no. We're getting there. Thought I'd refer to Orange Cat. You mean Grafield? Longfield? Gibfield? Sylvester? Pronkley? Pronkley the Orange Cat? Just every orange cat out there? Oh, well, I mean, yeah. He does kind of have the same vibe as an orange cat of any kind. Eyes a little bit. Make the mouth more visible. Make sure it's obvious that he's giving a little smirk. From far, it might not be very visible. Okay. So now, by the powers of the praising Hoog, how do you do folds? Like how do you fold laundry or something? Like you do that, and then you do that, and you have your little ends there. That kind of thing. That, and then again. Like that? That's a fold. Or do you just mean this? Do you mean these little doodigs here? Actually, that kind of looked... No, it didn't. It was too pronounced. Oh, okay. How do I draw them? Well, I started off by using a bad strategy for it, and then later I moved to a better strategy for it. Basically, what you want to do is... I'm realizing that this looks unnatural, so I'm focusing on it. Hold on. There we go. There's a few ways to draw folds in clothing. What I like to do is just get cylinders. So you got pant leg, and then you, whatever, other shit happening up here. So you got your pant legs. You just want to draw them out fully as if they were just iron. So you got literally no folds in them, no problem, nothing major. Fresh jeans, you know, you're just about to go out on a fucking hike or something. I don't know. Who hikes in jeans? I'm a dumbass. Yeah, so get your cylinders, and then you think about how thick the material is that your clothing is made of. In this case, this is a woolly sweater. So the kind of thickness of the fabric, it's pretty thick, you know? It's probably closer to that much. Whereas this, jeans, it's a thinner or compacted fabric. Something like this. And in your head, imagine how those those fabrics would bend. The thicker one would bulge, and it wouldn't bend as harshly, leading to lower bumps that are more curved, and generally there being like fewer folds and stuff. But you know, it's kind of going for a... Here, let me do it on one leg to demonstrate. So say I was doing heavier stuff, the proper cotton felt stuff. You just go along the outside of your previously drawn jeans, and you add a couple of small bumps. And for me, I tend to kind of swap them around a lot. If you want to have multiple bumps, then it's easy to put this little like bit that sticks out to kind of denote that one bump is in front of another, and so on. And then, like, you know, towards the bottom of the leg, you'll have your clothing pile up a bit more, depending on what you're wearing, of course. And so you have something like this, and then you could put it around a boot, you know? Do something like that. And just experiment with that if you're trying to make softer, heavier fabric folds. Additionally, make use of these, like, interior lines. They're very useful. They're very good. They help denote that a fold is going all the way across something without just drawing a line across it. You can have small lines like that go across, kind of show that the fold is facing to the viewer. Like that. And for thinner, you just want to go more jagged. So you're gonna have sharper angles where bunched up fabric is here. You know, you can have sharper angles, goes in a little bit more. How do you draw a simple t-shirt, for example, and to have these random middle folds? Shirt. If I were to draw a t-shirt, let me grab this to make it. Okay. So we start off with neck, that. Neck kind of comes out a little bit because it's usually got a little bit of a band there. Then you got the actual shirt. Goes down like that, like that, like that. That kind of go out like so. And then as such. Okay. So if I wanted to have a t-shirt, you're saying it has these middle folds. What I tend to do, exact same strategy, you use your completely smooth surface and you just build out these folds on the side. And depending on how you want it, you can make the fabric bunch up in certain spots. It's better to bunch it up towards the bottom where gravity would manually, or like, you know, gravity would be bunching up your clothing and stuff. So you got stuff like this. It goes around and like so. Then it'd be like this. If you wanted... If you wanted to do something like a little bit more of a distinct fold, more of a detailed way of doing it, would be gotta add multiple lines and just look at where the strain is. And the best way to go about doing it is literally just looking at your own clothes and seeing how that works. Like right now, you can actually see I got a fold coming down from my neck down like that. And how you do that, you just locate the top of it, go down like so. You would add a bit of a bump on the outside to show why it's folding. Like that. And then you might not have it as one solid piece. You might divvy it up into different sections. Just so that it doesn't completely interrupt the look of the piece. That's at least how I go about drawing stuff like this. With t-shirts and fabric and so on. So you can see before, after. And it's not good the way that I've done it, because it looks kind of bad, but if you just use this general thought process and work at it, and figure out exactly how you want it to look, then it'll eventually work. But cry in the middle of the learning. But, like, yeah. It's hard to tell you exactly how you're supposed to, or you should go about drawing a certain thing, because it really is just all about feel. You get used to drawing in a certain way, and you just kind of need to know how to adapt your need to know how to adapt like those techniques that I came up with that I said. I probably didn't come up with it. To myself, I came up with it. But to others, it's probably like a long-standing technique or some shit. I don't know. You gotta take what other people tell you to do and twist it, crane it into whatever you want. Otherwise, it's not gonna, fit the style you're working with. That. Now, one of the reasons why I've got this on a second layer, drawing started to be vaguely naked, because you struggle so much with cold clothes. I mean, yeah, no, clothes are tough. Like I've said before, the best way to create interesting clothing is just use regular clothing and pile shit on top of it. Like, what would this character be comfortable wearing? Or if you're not looking at a character, what would be interesting? And then put stuff relating to them on top of it. If you've got a character who likes cozy shit, give them a sweater. If you want them to be a little more distinct and interesting than that, then you add extra shit. Give them a pocket. Give them several pockets. Give them like pockets all over the place. You can do a lot. You just need a little bit of inspiration. Now, I put this on a separate layer, and now that I look at it and what I can do with it, I'm very glad that I did. Because what I want to do is I want to make the outside border shift as the GIF swaps between the various lights. Pocket Man for all the woman clothes. I mean, yeah, no. You could. It really is just like, because clothing. It's hard to think up clothing if you don't have the if you're not in the mindset of this character that you're coming up with. Like, say you've got this guy. Jimmy. You have a skirt with pockets. I didn't know that they came with pockets. But here we have Jimmy, right? Jimmy. You do not use them. Honestly, I would not expect you to, given the fact that a skirt with pockets seems... Like, imagine having your phone in a skirt. That doesn't seem like it would look good. But, let's say Jimmy is... I don't know. Somebody give me an attribute to give to Jimmy. Or something that Jimmy likes to do. Jimmy is a cook. Let's just say that. Jimmy is a cook. So what do cooks wear? They wear these big, almost gaudy chef's uniforms that go in at the neck, kind of meets up at the neck, almost like a suit. However, if you've closed the suit, then it buttons down like so. Get rid of the body as you're drawing. Buttons down like so. Shoulder comes out like that. Shoulder comes out like that. And it's all white. Ew. That. It means it's insanely maybe. But, you got a whole thing. I'm just gonna draw his upper half. You got Jimmy up here, like so. Got his thing there, that. Jimmy also has an insanely popular YouTube channel. I don't know who you're referring to. Yeah, and then the suit kind of goes down like that. Like so, and then like so. Mr. Beast. Oh, true. Now, correctly, that doesn't actually go all the way down. It goes kind of to the middle of the chest. You got a few buttons, like so. And you just kind of put that there, and like that. That's vaguely a chef's shirt. You could give him a hat, or whatever. Now, being a cook isn't the only thing that Jimmy is. Do lab coats and chef shirts look similar? Chef shirt. Oh, wait. I think I misremembered chef. Grab one and... Yeah, so that's a chef coat. I got it sort of right, but it's still... It was missing certain things like these... That. You have that to do. You have get rid of that and so on. You know. Let's say he's a chef and wearing this. And this could just be your own thing. You don't have to actually draw the entire chef coat. You could just draw, you know, of whatever the fuck you want. The pain is coming back. Pain, go away. Don't come back. God ring. I don't know. Fucking. I don't know what's happening. Yeah. Da-da-da. But you know, you get that, you do the thing, blah blah blah, and he's a chef, and he's got your own design, which was actually just kind of a thing that you accidentally made because an actual chef coat goes like this for some reason, but you can do whatever you want, or the designer, your choice. Now Jimmy is a cook, and World War II, World War I officer. Just some random bullshit. So what you can do there, you can pad out the arms a little bit, you know? Give him some shoulder pads, how about? Make him look a little bit more regal. Get rid of that. You know, fill that shit in. Do this. You could give him a cape. You could have a nice long cape draped down from his back. Who fucking cares? It's your own creation. Do something like this, and then you're good. You do that. Folds in and out. And then that. No, that doesn't work. Okay. And then you give him a cape. And currently at war. He's currently, at this very moment, at war. And so he's got a helmet. And he's got all sorts of fucking equipment all over him. His shirt's tattered. You got little bits coming out of it. You have yourself a vest. You do stuff like this. And you just kind of add on to it. And these, as concepts, this entire thing is just very basic concepts. And admittedly, Jimmy is really cool. Admittedly, right now, this character isn't all too interesting. Like, he's a cook, he's an officer, and he's at war. Those are three very basic aspects of this character. And already he's got an outfit that is completely unique to anything else you would have seen. You know, you get rid of that, you do some more finagling. So, when you take that into consideration, if you have a developed character that you know the ins and outs of, because you developed them, you know exactly what you want with this character, but you can't come up with a unique design for their outfit, think about just what they'd wear, you know? If they're a skateboarder, if they act the way that they act, if they're lazy, like me, you'd probably wear a sweater all the time. Sweatpants, because they're comfy. If you're somebody who cares about their outward appearance, maybe a dress shirt. And you just add on things to this idea as you go through the various characteristics of your character. That's my creative process when it comes to giving characters outfits. Additionally, you can always just come up with an outfit on your own, like without a character, just by thinking of, the same thing, really. Just want to start with a sweater? Sure. Then you add on shit to it. Eventually, it becomes something cool. You add spikes, you add belts. Suddenly, it's emo. There's a lot of space for you to do creative stuff. All you have to do is kind of think about it and have the right mentality, not being like, oh, this outfit sucks. I've been shot. All right. It's been 3 hours. I'm getting tired. It is getting a little bit late. So I believe now would be an alright time to call it quits on this. It is currently at a state where I'd say it's ready to be colored. It's ready to be this outfit sucks. I've been shot. That is what I said. Don't wear it out. But yeah, we've got this to a place that I like it. And next Tuesday, I'm thinking we finish it up. We get it ready for the end of June. Even though it's not going to be the end of June. It'll be the second week of June. Yeah, no. So, thank you, guys, for joining me and watching the stream. As always, it's much appreciated. And I will see you guys tomorrow with Helldivers 2, with Biz. See you then. Have a good one. Bye-bye.